Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us your true name? You do have a name. My name is Gladiator. How dare you show your back to me? Slave, you remove your helmet and tell me your name. My name is Fun My Comic, and I represent all the campaigns you shadow banned and kicked off your website. Huh? Creators that just wanted to fund, that wanted to be left alone. And we will build a website that is going to bury you all. Oh crap.
Get ready for awesomeness.
I've done it. I've done that.
Sorry, I forgot to pop us back in. There we go. Hello, welcome one and all to another daily video with me, ED, Earth's Best Entertainment. Please, my Kickstarter, my crowdfunding campaign is now live at earthsbestkickstarter.com for Earth's Best Friends book number 4. That will send you to Fund My Comic. I know I do things in a very confusing way. Tonight, I've got two very special guests. I've got the duo of Hero Shack, Chris and Diana. What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Not much. I'm excited. Fun My Comic, huh?
Yeah. I decided to be one of Luke Stone's guinea pigs for Fund My Comic. So I'm probably one of the first maybe 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We promoted too. That second reel that you have there, that sounds like the theater entrance.
Yeah.
This one I've been watching for 2 weeks. Man Guy Yashokin right now is on Indiegogo, but as soon as that's done, we're running our next campaign over there.
Excellent. I love to hear it. I love to see as many people getting over to the platform as possible. Is the more we have, the more success it can have, So that's awesome. And
Well, I think-
I've been
Hybrids, I bought that today off of on my comic as well.
yeah. He's got an awesome comic. Hybrids is pretty cool. I have one of his earlier issues, The Trash Man. It's a pretty good one. And so that's also part of a line of comics called Arrow Comics, and there's a whole bunch of titles that fall under Arrow Comics. One of them being Chrome Dog, which is one I just backed as well over on Indiegogo. But he's on Fund My Comic now as well.
Yeah, I think we're all going to start migrating there, and as long as Luke can carry the capacity, we'll all be going.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of stuff backstage. So it's awesome. I've been able to watch this whole thing unfold behind the scenes since day one, really, because I'm in a chat room on Twitter with him, and me and him and a bunch of other guys are actually doing this anthology collection, which has kind of been put on the sidelines since when my comic came out, which is fine. But we are still working on it, called Out of Obscurity. And it's an anthology collection. We all just picked public domain superhero stories to do. And the one I picked was Captain Battle. And I basically took my love of the Crimson Chin and applied it to Captain Battle.
That's
So
cool.
it is an over the top Saturday morning, very 1960s style. Oh, a possum! Whoa,
Mhm.
I don't see too many of them live around here.
I love the camaraderie that implies. We just did an anthology, but it was with myself, Diana, our daughter, and Rick Piper from Cross Comics, who, by the way, I think he's in our chat asking us if we're doing a pre-show.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a live
excellent.
draw stream at 10. So our audience is a little confused, but hello, Rick. This is our friend.
Yes.
We've met a couple of times at comic shows.
Mhm.
And yeah, we had the opportunity to come on here tonight for our draw stream. So,
Mhm.
Rick, so your name is Michael Gotti. Is that how I say it?
Yes, yeah. Michael Gaddy, or EB is my handle.
So,
And,
Michael meet Rick, Rick meet Michael,
There you
even
go.
though it's kind of weird.
Yeah, Michael's a fairly common name. I've tried to differentiate my name because of that.
Mhm.
Well, Rick produces Canadian Shield and Snowdrift. So basically, it seems like everybody here is a creator.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, guys,
that's
thanks
kinda
for tuning in out there. And I would show your comments up. I am driving, but I will show them up once I park. So bear with me on that.
No worries. You know, if anybody's interested, it's Manga Yoshokin on Indiegogo. If it sounds weird to spell, it kind of is. But if you just put in the word man and then GAI, and then put Indiegogo. And yeah, you know, we're here to promote it, but more than anything, like you're the guy.
Well, I feel like I'm losing you.
Oh no.
We can hear you.
Yeah, you sound
Oh.
good.
I sound good? Okay. Might be on my end,
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
sound
not. Every now and then. All right, there we go. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Someone once described streaming and online conference calls as kind of like a seance where you're constantly saying, "Hello out there, can you hear me? Are you there?"
And then
Like
there's
a
always
seance,
that person in the seance that won't shut up, and other people are telling them, shh, shh.
Yes, exactly.
That's so funny.
I wish there was a better way, and I'm sure they'll develop one eventually, but it can be bad, especially the bigger rooms when you're stepping on each other and nobody means to.
Oh, yeah.
But always someone sitting there getting all disgruntled. It's like,
Mhm.
oh no.
You're right though.
Oh yeah, and sometimes there's a delay, so you don't know when to speak and when to listen to see if someone's talking.
Well, and it's horrible too because I never shut up.
No, he doesn't.
So
So you have to like. He doesn't. You're trying to say something. He's trying to say something. I'm like looking at him going, and we don't have the eye contact because we're both on, we don't have the video on. So it's a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's okay.
it's kind of nice we're not on video because, like, when she's next to me, she gives me these looks like, I can't believe you just said that. Whatever it might be. So,
Yeah, but
where do
there's
you have any shows planned this year?
so my plans this year are actually not with conventions. I've decided that. So my last convention I went to Great State Comic Con 2022, and it was awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got to meet Kevin Eastman, so that was definitely a win, right?
Heck yeah.
But I changed my book. So when you guys had seen me at Great State Comic Con the previous year, I had 2 books. I had consolidated those 2 books plus one more into one graphic novel. And then I realized that when you only have one book on your table, one product, people kind of overlook you. There was also a problem with where I was situated as well, because to the left of me was Southern New Hampshire University doing a Smash Brothers contest. And to the right of me was a guy making ice cream out of nitrogen.
Oh, quite the crowd, yes.
So it was an overlooked position for sure. But it didn't
Yeah, I don't
help
like
that I
those
only had
either.
one product on the table as well.
Right.
So my plan
I had
now
someone
is
work
to.
one time. We sat next to a guy who had written a novel, and all he did was he sat there with it must have been 200 books. He piled them up on the table, and he stuck his brother
Oh,
in
yeah.
a 3-piece suit with a mask. That was the guy on the cover.
Yep.
And I tell you what, the way he did it, he had people nonstop all weekend. He must have sold.
The mask was really cool. It had light up eyes,
Yeah,
and so
it was a very cool.
Oh,
any kid that went by the table basically stopped, and of course that got the parents and talking and stuff. But it was a very cool book.
Well,
I haven't.
and the author also possessed, and you'll know what I mean when I say this, the perfect salesman personality.
Yeah, he was very cool. Very
I
smooth.
never say this
Oh,
about
yeah.
anyone, but he was a sweetheart. Like, I wanted to buy 5 books sitting next to him. I was like,
He was very,
wow,
very
this
Oh, wow.
guy's so
super approachable, like, not in your face or anything. And he's got a good story,
Yeah.
He's been doing really well. I've been, he's following him on Instagram and Twitter, and he's out promoting and stuff. That's one of the things that Chris and I this year are trying to plan, at least starting in May, one show a month.
minimal, yeah.
So
Okay.
we have, we're doing on Free Comic Book Day. We're going to be up at our local comic book store called Holy Moly's, doing an author signing.
Okay.
And then the following weekend, we're going to be in Nashua up at the Kids Con, which we're really excited about. We went to the one in Maine. I
Excellent.
think that's where maybe we met you, Mike, in Maine.
No,
I'm
it was
not sure.
Nashua last year.
It was in Nashua.
No,
Okay,
it was
okay.
Concord. It was Concord. I'm sorry, it was Concord.
Concord, that's what it was. You're right. It was Concord.
Yeah, yeah.
This year it's in Nashua. And then the end of June, I'm very excited. We signed up for it's called Rail City Fan
I
Fest.
thought it was a town, real town.
No, it's
Ooh.
Rail City Fan
Okay.
Fest. It's way up in Vermont. It's St. Albans, Vermont. It's a 2-day show. The show, the entry fee was not bad at all.
Wow.
I'm looking for a show in July. We have one in August with I think it's August, right? So July.
Is
For
that the one with
Plastic
Keith?
City, yeah.
I think it's August.
Oh yeah. So anyways, we
But,
have
so listen, before she goes through the whole list, we have one in October that we actually run in Athol. And if you want, we will have, I'm sure we'll have room. We could throw you in there, and,
Yep.
and we're not charging anybody.
that's in October. It's like Saturday,
Oh,
October
that-
14th.
That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, man.
It's 10 to 3. It's strictly
Okay.
comic books. It's independent creators.
Excellent.
We do have a couple of fun things for kids. Last year it was a huge hit. It was our first one. We run it in conjunction with our town library. We had over 200
all right.
people come. It was, and a lot of the people that came are returning. Keith Gleason is one of them. Johnny C is
Excellent.
coming. Chris Panicia is coming. I'm trying to think.
Tim Jones isn't coming.
Tim
right?
Jones, oh, he's already booked for something
Right,
else.
he
He
was
said.
there for the first one, though.
Yep.
Keith, not Keith. I know about Keith, but Gary Henderson will likely be there.
Yep. So a lot of good folks coming up for that, which we have a couple
Oh,
of new
what's his
artists.
face? Scott King Davis.
Yes, Scott Harris King is coming.
I messed up his last name,
Yeah.
but I knew if I said it messed
Yeah,
up, she'd
he's
know
coming.
which one it was.
So yeah, so I will this week I'll send you some information if you are
Yeah.
interested. Check it out and sign up.
We'd love to have
And
you there.
our friend Rick from Canada said he's hoping to be there.
That's right.
So
Excellent.
we will see.
It basically becomes just a bunch of small comic book creators doing what they love and being in an environment where the people are very receptive.
Yep.
Um,
It's set up like a mini
Excellent.
Comic-Con. We've really tried to emulate
all right.
that on a small scale. It's held in the town hall.
yeah, we ended up with I think 4 alleys. You know how you have like little alleys with tables
Yeah.
facing each
Mhm.
other. and they were all full of creators pretty much all the day. I think we lost a couple before the end, but
Yeah, no, most of them stayed, you know. So,
no, I think one or two drifted for other reasons. It wasn't because the people weren't there. They were, yeah.
but at any rate,
What was our first one?
it was our first. This is the second year. We're super pumped about it. So we have a pretty full schedule compared to last year, which we did a handful. And I just basically said, Chris, we got to get out there. People have to see our books. We have to
I don't know how
we
you feel,
promote it.
Michael, but I don't like going to the shows until I'm at the shows. So I look at her itinerary and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's got so much planned. But I know once I get there, I fall into line, but getting me there, oh Lord.
Yeah.
So many shows.
He doesn't like
Oh
it.
yeah, enough to make you tired.
Well, that is tiring, but you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what you gotta do. Absolutely.
My wife's a road warrior.
Well, as the little guys, right? The only way people are going to know is if we get out there and meet them and talk about our book and whatnot, you know. So Chris and I have we're running a new campaign right now, Mengai Yoshukin on Indiegogo. It's a fixed goal, so we're cautiously hopeful that we will make it. We will make our goal. It's only 1,000. It's not a lot.
Yeah, we normally do flexible goals, but this time we decided to stick it out there.
You know what? I said, I love this series. It's 4 books. You get 4 books. It's 100 and something pages of comics and 120. And it's a good story. We've given a couple out to friends and some coworkers, and they've come back and given us positive feedback. It's a fun story.
Well, one thing about it is it's new for us in the sense that the first 3 issues, the hero doesn't even appear. It's all build up, explanation.
Oh, wow.
Not exposition in a boring sense. The characters are built up though.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's written for kids, but in a comics code sort of way where when I was growing up and I was a young adult reading Marvel, I knew that they were censoring down stuff, but it wasn't a kid's story. And that's what Mangai's like. I want it to be so that like a 5th grader can read it, but I can also read it and enjoy it as an adult. And it's hitting those marks. It's just now we got to publicize it. It's been out for about almost 20 days now.
Yeah.
And it's
slow going.
It's stagnant, but we're getting out this next month and doing a lot more to try to promote it.
Yeah, and it's basically it's about a young kid who wants to have superpowers, you know, and so it's a very what's that word?
Well, you just kind of she cut it down way too quick. To be more precise, it's about a kid who stumbles into a castle and ends up with technology that allows him to have superpowers.
Right, but it still targets that young kid that wants to have.
Well, it eats off of several tropes. Shazam, the Transformer, or not the Transformers. I'm sorry, the Power Rangers. All my influences from like the 70s and 80s. Battle of the Planets, Voltron. Basically, any team that was based on colors. That I grew up watching. Right. Part of the fun is supposed to be the misunderstanding we have as Western viewers of anime because they localize it. So Mangai Yushoken are characters based on those type of tropes, but they're based on Western misunderstandings of the tropes.
Right. And so Chris gets really complicated into all the layers of the story. I just am trying to get, I think just letting people know this is a story about a young boy who walks into a haunted castle, finds out there's demonic influences, and, looks to get some cool superpowers, meets a team of other people. It's a very cool story, but like most of Chris's writing, it's very multi-level. So when you try to present the elevator pitch, it almost sounds so simple, but it's like not.
4 elevator pitches. So
right.
I could pitch it to you like this.
That's what an elevator pitch is for,
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. So on one hand, it's a story about the fallen angels and one fallen angel rebelling against all of them, hoping for impossible redemption.
That's one pitch.
But he knows he's not going to get it. He knows redemption, but he's still trying. The other one is kids go into a haunted castle and discover technology that grant them powers to fight said demons from the first elevator pitch.
Right.
And then there's the whole
Okay.
concept of, in this world, the main guy is actually an anime that these kids drew inspiration from when they created their powers, but their misunderstandings about what the characters actually were are going to come into play as they use the powers that they inherited. Things that they think aren't deadly that are, for instance, are suddenly real serious. You know, they thought that weapon didn't actually kill anything and put it in the Phantom Zone.
Right.
Nope.
No, but and when you know, like, so Chris just shared like 4 different elevator pitches, but the story is so intricately woven together that it's not like a mishmash of like, well, what the heck is the story about? Everything he just spoke
Right.
about is in that
Well,
story.
it all happens at once.
Yeah, it's
But
very
trying
cool.
to explain that
Gotcha.
in an elevator pitch is like, so like they're
Oh,
yeah.
all angels in castles.
We went on Critical the last show. RJ, you know RJ, right? And so
Oh, yeah,
we
oh,
went
yeah.
on his show. We went on his show, and Chris had poor RJ so confused for a moment. He's like, you guys just totally lost me. So we
So we know we have to do the elevator pitch, but the plan is like May 1st when we go to like our first 30 days, we'll like revitalize the page and the pitch.
yeah.
But like right now we're kind of looking at it like, okay, how can we explain it better? Because obviously we're having communication gaps.
So I put the link to the Indiegogo. I put the link to the Indiegogo in the chat if anybody wants to check it out. I know this is kind of a unique podcast in the sense that typically the host is able to like share the link and show people the
Once I park, I can let you guys share your screen and show us.
and that's fine. But
It'll be
I'm
a
gonna
couple
ask-
minutes from now.
That sounds crazy. You don't have to tell me what you're doing, but you're not delivering pizza, are you?
No. No, I'm just driving to work. I work in manufacturing.
Gotcha. Cool.
oh my
I
God,
was
Chris.
just picturing though, like I'm like, so what happens if you start getting pizzas? Is it like you have to get off every like 10 minutes? You're like, I'm going on a break. Be right back.
Yeah, you just hear me say, "All right, be right back." every like 10 minutes.
You have Mo Biggs is in the chat, and he's
Hey, Mo.
because you can't see him, but he's talking about Michael is taking on an unconventional approach to promotion, and I called him Hi Ma Briggs because I couldn't see it's Mo, and then Mo Briggs says, Michael, that tactic won't work for you. Please don't wear a bunny mask, a Letterman jacket, and no pants.
That's a reference to one of my characters, Harlan, in Animal Teens.
But, he was
Yeah, we have a running gag.
He was,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. He was kind enough to share your campaign for Best Friends book, and he shared our website. So that's what's going on in the
Thank
chat
you,
right
Mo.
now. Thank you so much.
By the
Yeah,
way,
he's
I'm gonna go
a good guy. He'll make
Yeah,
fun of you,
well,
but he's a good guy.
Thank you. We'll add your trailer though to the promo show. It's not a big deal. Like really, I watch it and like 2 other guys watch it. But
Yeah,
but maybe we can get you another
Hey,
backer in the process.
every little bit helps, man. Trust me.
I love those promos in the beginning. I literally carve out a half hour, so
He does. He's
I
so
stream
funny.
at 9, but at 8:30
Oh,
I
yeah.
started. I don't care, and I'm like, if nobody else watches it, I'll still run it. You know, somebody in replay might catch it.
Right?
You know, you never know.
It's true though.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I love seeing you guys' work, man.
Oh yeah. I love when I go so on Saturday mornings I do what I call a laundry live stream show. Basically, I'm doing laundry and going live, but I'm on the Madness Network for that. So part of the Madness Network, they have sponsors. So
Yeah.
I literally have, I say my show starts at 8, but it really starts at about 7:50 because I have about 10 minutes of ads before I even get to my own intro.
Oh my God.
I love the ads in the beginning. I think it's number one, if you're showing your own ads mixed in,
Yeah.
I think it validates your own ads because you're
Mhm.
surrounded by other ads.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. You know, you're part of a chorus then.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really cool to be part of the Madness Network. They're a good group of people. I've met a bunch of people from the network. In fact, I've got Rich Perota on. He's doing covers for me. He's a former Marvel DC artist, which is awesome. And now he teaches art in the UK. So it's awesome to have someone of that caliber. Oh, you know him, yeah. So
we're very familiar with all of the Madness and Richard and all of that.
Oh, excellent.
We were tied in with them for a while, but we had a party ways. So, but that's awesome that you're finding great benefits from him or them. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, that's what we need as little guys and comic books and creators. We need all the support we can get. The
Madness is a great vehicle,
Yeah.
It is.
But one of the things that I always say in regards to independent creators for comics is that we have to be better than Marvel and DC in how we not only promote our books, but how we deliver our books, the quality of our books. I feel that sometimes the independent comic book creators are lacking in their editorial department. And what I mean by that is we have gotten so many books from creators, and I have gone through them and read them, and there are so many errors in spelling and sentence structure and all of that. And I just sometimes wish that we could all take a deep breath and realize how important having an editor is.
Well, in our own experience, we put out a book not too long ago that had a bunch of
and we're so embarrassed.
And it's like something that can happen. And it happened with us. With an editor. But it was my fault. I sent out the wrong file.
Yeah,
but
it's
nonetheless. It's like
we should have caught that. We should have caught it.
When you see your
that can happen for sure.
Oh my gosh! It's like all your extremities go numb.
Yeah,
and your eyes start to bleed. You're like, no.
So what we're going to do is, I am in the process. I actually just finished school. I have a degree now in creative writing and English. I have a bachelor's degree. I just finished it up, right? And so my job now here on out is to go through and redo that book and send a copy out to everybody that purchased it, because that's just not how Hero Shack rolls. There's no way. I don't want products of ours that are out there that have
in the
typos and stuff like that.
They can actually be a collector's item.
You must have parked. Did you just park?
Yes, I did. I'm going through all the comments. So yeah.
While you're talking, I'm like, oh, you must be sitting down. Oh, I mean,
yes. I arrived. So yeah. So actually, if you guys want to share your screen, we can actually look up what Hero Shack is. And your new one, which I know the title is something. It escapes me because it's got like a Japanese feel to it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's Mangai Yoshokin.
Mangai Yoshokin, yeah.
So the funny story with that is,
here it is.
Mangai is a masculine name. I was looking for something kind of masculine, and that was Mangai, right? But I didn't want it to be so blatantly obvious, so I spelled it the same way they spelled like Guy King. From the May days. But Yoshokin is if it's spelled with an E-N at the end, it's a form of martial arts from Japan. But if it's spelled with an A, it really is you sure can. You sure can.
Okay.
So like it's Yoshokin, but that's all built off of like fictional marketing, plans from westernized localization. And they find that out too. Different aspects of this that comes together. Sharing the screen might be tricky, but I think I can do this. Hang on, let me see something here. It's not. Yeah. It's not anything but me.
Go to the link there and share it from there.
No, look, it's because it's opening. It's opening on my version of it. Like when you're on Indiegogo.
So you just sign out. That's all you gotta do. You sign out of it.
Oh,
here it is. And then I add it to stream, and then there you go.
All right. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
The video's loud, so I won't make you listen to it. But if you want to listen to it, it's beautiful heavy metal music, a little bit of Asian screaming. Well, actually, it's in Japanese.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found some basically public domain Japanese and put it in there because I thought it was kind of fun. You'll notice if you watch the videos, I actually have Japanese subtitles for some of this stuff. It's as authenticated as I could make it, but it is fun.
Yeah.
I'm flicking through rather quickly, but this is some of the artwork we're getting into now. Mangai Yushokin
that's really cool.
is one character. He's the guy with the light blue chest plate there. The other three characters are other Yushokin or other characters behind him that support him. So
yeah,
my wife wants
I see what you mean. You got like a Super Sentai thing going there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, there's a lot of that influence.
Mangai, of course. There's Sister Sentai. There's Shogun Garrison, and then we have Schism and Cyber Skullbot.
Schism, the Cyber Skullbot. Thank you, honey.
Schism, the Cyber Skullbot.
Wow.
Those are the 4 members. Now, one of them is not actually a Yushokin, and you can tell that because he does not carry the Yushokin logo, which is the unusual. I've had it called everything from a rabbit to a cat face. I'm flying through so I can get to it. This logo right here, which is available on T-shirt or in fancy pins.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You know, you can get all sorts of great little promotional things on the net now. And if you're trying to promote a book, it's not that bad of a price. You know, you got to put a little money in to get it, but it's not bad.
Ash can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and just me to mention the ash can. So along with the 4 books, we're going to end up giving this to everybody who buys it. But it's basically a little handbook that details all the little secrets about the world.
And a little bit more background information.
The Haunted Castle.
Okay.
Now on the promotion.
On the indie campaign.
Right. I've redacted a lot of information from it.
That
Why not? But the big secrets have been scratched out. I got criticized for scratching out too much at one point.
Yeah.
But you can get the idea just by looking at it or looking through it.
Yeah.
These are the characters. The books are in color, but the handbook is just like an ash can, black and white.
And then you fly through the tiers.
The tiers?
That's
it's
cool.
Yeah.
So we have the comic book edition, which is just basically all 4 issues. And at this point, I believe we're including the. Nope, my wife's nodding. No, we're not including that.
I don't know if we are. We're waiting.
No, we got to decide that, though. I'm going to say yes. We're going to include the handbook,
Yeah,
especially if
can.
you're back tonight because
Yeah.
we'll see it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you're back tonight.
Shokin Comics. The 4 comic books for $35, and that'll be shipping in July. The digital edition are all 4 issues as a PDF format. Now, the thing to remember is the 4 issues in the first tier are 4 separate issues. They're not all bound into one book. And I did that deliberately because I like the pleasure of reading through multiple books. I think it adds something to the experience of comics. So basically, you'll get the 4 books. 3 of them are 24 pages, and the other one fills up the rest of the 120 pages.
And then we have the digital, which is 1 PDF.
Right. I'm not going to send out 4 PDFs.
Okay.
One PDF.
Because that would be silly, you know. PDFs are a whole different reading experience.
Yeah.
But you'll get all the same.
Oh, yeah,
They'll have-
definitely.
Yeah.
The prize books for kids, that's for friends and family members who like what we do but don't necessarily read comics. If you're out there, you want to support it, you can actually buy a set of the books. We'll put it in a prize box, and what we do at the show is we have a prize wheel. They spin the wheel and they win stuff, and we give out comics as one of the prizes. We give out stickers and metal cards and coloring books.
And for the prize book for kids too, we ask the people who support that tier if they want, if we can use their first name. So let's say your daughter comes up and spins the wheel and she wins the books. And the books were bought by,
Oh, yeah.
Krista. So we can tell your daughter, hey, a person by the name of Krista bought these books and you're the winner of that. Now, what we have done in the past
Oh,
is
that's cool.
we've asked parents if we're okay to share their child's first name, just their first name, no other information, with the person that bought the book. And everybody has said yes. And so I would, at the end of the show, I would email all the people that have bought this tier. Hey, Krista, by the way, Carol won your books and she was so excited. It's just to keep the community, to let people know that we really are doing this. This
It's
is
not
something.
it's not a great way of confirming it, but it's the only way we could think of without actually worrying about connecting adults, strangers with kids and stuff.
Right, yeah.
But
We
just
Oh, yeah.
convince them, prepared enough to buy books.
Hey, I'm just joining in, and
Yeah, so this is
what's
my
happening?
co-host Shane.
Hi,
Hi.
sorry I'm late.
Right?
Listen, but it sounds like you're talking about like at a tier on your Kickstarter, you can actually have your kid's name in the book, just their first name, like it's Gary or something. What are we talking about?
Well, it's on Indiegogo, and what we're saying is that if somebody we have people in our lives that are not comic book readers, but they want to support us, so they buy the copies of books. We don't ship them out. When we go to our shows, we have a prize wheel, right? Kid comes up with their grown up. They spin the wheel. They win the books. I ask the parents. I tell the parents, let's say Mike, let's say that Michael, let's say you decided you were going to do that. You're going to do $30 books. Here, guys, I want comics to get into the kids' hands. And yes, absolutely use my first name. So let's say Krista comes up. She's the winner. I'll say, hey, Krista, somebody by the name of Michael bought that set of books. I hope you like them. And then I ask the parents,
Awesome.
is it okay if we share? And I send a private email to the purchaser.
Okay. See, what I thought you were doing was putting kids' names in your book, like as the character or something.
It's kind of the opposite.
Cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool, but that's not what we're doing.
No,
we just want to make sure that they have like sort of personal connection to know that there was a real person.
I think way back when, we actually offered a tier to have somebody who wanted to buy that tier to be written into like the next issue or something.
Yeah, we tried one of those.
We did try one of those once, but it didn't go over so well. But though this has been successful in the past. We already have somebody who's we have one claim so far. We're hoping for more. I'm a big believer in, we got to get the comics into the kids' hands. That's our future readers. So,
yes, definitely.
So the next
there will be no more comics without them.
The hardcover edition is all 4 books together, and because of the size that we're making this, we're making it 8.5, 11, where Manguy is a regular size comic. There will be and information in the columns that are exclusive to the hardcover, so you can get the inside, behind the scenes look.
Yeah.
And then there's just the collector's pack, which is all 4 individual issues times 2. And that's so that if you want to bag one and keep it on a shelf and read the other one, you've got that. Or you can, share it with a friend. But basically, we have a buddy named Lorenzo who always wanted 2 of everything. So that's kind of what we've always done since then. And then there's the everything pack for $175. You get all 4 issues, the hardcover edition, plus all the add-ons, which were down here. That's the pins.
And the t-shirt would you'd get 3 t-shirts with that.
Right.
Oh wow.
So wait, you guys are currently doing book 4, and 3 books are already done, right?
Well, book 4
I'm
is
catching
actually
up.
it's being I like to say it's in the oven.
Okay.
So my pace for a book, a 30-page book, I can usually do in 30 days. Manguy is showing up and on since September of last year. So what that means is I'm taking my time. I'm doing the books in 30 days, but then I'm going back and I'm looking at them and going, fix this, change that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After you've left it for a week or so and you go back, there's always something you want to tweak.
Dude,
So,
bro, how
Yes.
much does it suck being your own editor?
well, I have this.
Oh
one
my
thing-
God, because you never stop. You never stop. You want
I
to
do
improve
wish
and
I had
improve and improve and improve.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
the one that I do the editing for Chris's books. That's the only part of the creative process that I have. Chris does everything else. He does all the pencils, the colors, the layouts, the
Wow.
just
Yeah,
everything.
awesome.
He's an all-in-one kind of guy.
I think. Well, I know a lot of guys are. I'm gonna guess. I'm guessing, Michael, you do most of your own stuff, don't you?
I do all the writing. I do have an artist that I pay to do the illustrations and coloring and everything.
So that's harder on you.
Uh,
I understand that. That's creators like
Yeah.
you have to be out, and that is a much harder road.
Well, and I'll tell you
It
too,
is.
it's hard dealing with artists. Because artists generally, I'm just speaking, I'm not saying anything about anybody, including myself, but we can be a little flaky. We can be. We can totally be a little flaky. So as
Shane,
a writer, editor, you know what I mean?
I gotta tell you, Shane, my nightmare is working with other people because I'm so hard to work with.
Yeah, he is.
My wife knows that. Like when I was freelancing, I was just
He's awful.
yeah.
I tell
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah. No.
and I say this with great love, but you don't want to work with him. I don't want to work with him half the time.
I've gotten better in my older age, but I'm still difficult. I still get grumpy. Like the cape should be 3 inches longer. I get
If I say
Right.
that face looks like a horse's face and not a girl, you need to change it. He glares at me. I'm like, I'm just
I'm just editing. I'm just editing.
You-
That's all I'm doing. I
you-
love you, but I gotta edit. When it comes
you
to
know,
every
it's
time
funny.
Mama's here.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned the become a character tier. That's actually been in the past. It's been a bestseller for as far as Kickstarters go for me. And the whole reason I have these characters, the Tween Titans, is because of a tier. I didn't create these characters prior to last year. Like everything else has like been in my head forever. And these characters are brand new because of that. And this is a Rich Perota cover, by the way.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did the lettering, but he did everything else as far as artwork goes. I just popped on my titles and my logo.
That's awesome. Though. So you
Very
have
cool.
Thank you, I
international
appreciate
flavor now. You have an international artist.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be able to say
Yep.
I've got this guy who's got Marvel and DC clout, and he's a professor at a UK college teaching people
Really?
to do art. So yeah,
I know he was a professor.
Yeah, he is.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so he's
super
got some
cool.
clout, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
buddy.
doing these covers for me for the same price that Gabriel was doing for me before, and so it's awesome.
Last time I spoke with him, I called him a semi-god. He was like, what? And I'm like, dude, you're talking to me and you did Marvel and DC and
Oh
forget
my gosh.
personal projects. I
Oh.
was like, oh my God.
Oh Lordy, he coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty humble too. He's like, "Hey man, I'm honored to do this for you." And I'm like,
totally,
"I'm a
totally cool
nobody,
dude.
but thank you." Yeah, he's awesome.
And you know,
He's an awesome
artists may be flaky, but they're also the most awesome dudes. They really are.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
I've
here
met a
to
lot of
lunch.
artists. I used to go to conventions in the 90s before
Yeah.
it blew up, and it was about, because now I love them. I'm not talking garbage, but conventions now are about like, who's the movie guy or the WWE guy or the music guy that's going to be there.
Yeah,
back in the day,
They become pop
it was
culture.
only-
They become pop
it
culture
was-
conventions.
in the
Yeah.
90s, yeah, they're pop culture conventions. That's what they are. And
Yep.
back in the 90s, it was comic book conventions.
Yeah,
Dude, I
you're
know
right.
Michael Turner. I know Mike Mignola. I mean, from back in the day. And they were all like, all the coolest dudes were also the best artists. You know what I'm saying? Because I met a couple dudes, and I'm not gonna name them, that were like not that cool, and you know what? Their stuff wasn't that cool either, honestly. So I see why you're in a bad mood. Like I came over to your table just to be nice, and you're being a dick, dude. Dan Fraga was awesome. If you know who he is, he's part of Rob Liefeld's crew. One of the coolest guys I ever met. He gave me an original Captain America page because we were chatting stuff. He's like,
What?
"Oh, you don't have it?" Yeah. He was like, "You know what? I don't really like this page. You can just have it." I was like, "No way, no way."
Oh man.
Insane.
Oh man.
And he told me the story. So what it was like, okay, so like the artist that was supposed to do it dropped off. So him and the homeboy had to do 14 pages in 3 days. His intern and him sat next to each other and knocked out 14 pages in 3 days for Marvel.
Oh man.
Because the original artist only did the first half and like disappeared. You know? And so like I was like, man, you are the dude. And then he gave me one of his original, I think it was Captain America something number 17, page 16 or something. And I treasure that to this day.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Because I mean, man, artists are the coolest people, dude. But they're a little flaky. They need an editor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I met. I was at one of the big ones. I think it was the one in Connecticut, the Terrificon.
Yeah.
And I get on the elevator and I was gushing because I had met Pat Broderick. He's an artist from DC fame, and I'm going on and on about how I met this guy, and this old guy's looking at me, talking to me. And he was like, I looked at him and he had a badge on like I did, like he was a vendor. I was like, oh, you're somebody. Are you a vendor? Or he goes, my name's Al Milgrom.
My name is Al Milgrom.
He gets up to the door that he's going to, right? The door opens.
Chris was so flustered.
And I'm like going, oh my God. I know you. I read you as a kid. I said, can I shake your hand? He goes, you better hurry. The door's going to close and have my hands out. Closed.
So you were in the same hotel? You were in the same hotel too?
Yeah.
Is it the hotel? Oh.
Yeah.
You're like, after party at room 331, dude. Booze is on me.
I ended up hanging out with Pat Broderick tons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
For coffee, he and I sat down outside. It was like, oh my gosh.
He was a really
It was
Wow.
at the casino, so the casino is like 24 hours.
Yeah, it's a good show to go to. It's expensive.
Hey.
though.
It's expensive, but for me, it's
Hey.
perfect because I don't sleep. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, Shane, are you
Yeah.
local? Are you Massachusetts?
Oh, no, I'm from Seattle.
No, he's on the West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
The beauty of the internet.
Yeah, the time
It is.
travel.
It is. It's awesome.
It's, hey,
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is for y'all, but I swear to you, it is 6:37 p.m. I can tell you for a
Yeah,
fact.
it's 9. It's 9
No,
here.
no, it's not. No, it's not. We're not time traveling. We're not doing that.
Right.
If you call
Yeah,
me
so-
right now, could I talk to myself in the past?
If
Hey,
you
Mighty
were
Geek,
also
thanks for
here.
coming on, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for
Hey,
popping
bud.
in today,
Oh, hey,
watching
Mighty
us.
Geeks, what's up? What's up, Mighty Geek?
You guys know my
Bro.
Geek?
No.
Okay, Big Geek's one of my-
No, I think he's from your stream. There's a little link there's a little link symbol.
Dude, he's gonna be. We actually have at 10 o'clock tonight Eastern time. We have a draw stream that I'm running.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
excellent.
I am just the hostess for the stream, and we have Rick comes on from Cross Comics, Terry from Mighty Geek, and Chris. They all draw, and I make comments and try to focus on their art. And we have a
that's
lively
cool.
conversation.
She
So we're
tells
gonna
me
do
that I
that.
can't draw women anatomy.
Nope, he can't. He tries, but he can't. But it's a good time.
You know what? You know what? I'll tell you what, too, because, bro, I have the same thing. Like, I can draw men perfect, but But no, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. I didn't have any female heroes. So now when I draw women, I have to be very careful with like how muscular I make them. You know what I'm saying? Like to actually like show God, what's his name? Who's that artist that does the perfect women that actually look like women? Cho. Something Frank Cho.
Okay. Frank Cho?
Like, yeah, look him up when we're done talking and you'll see what I'm saying. Like he draws the best rogue you've ever seen. Because it looks like a real woman. But sometimes when I draw women that have got like muscles and stuff they don't not supposed to have, because I grew up drawing Wolverine.
Terry, stop. We're on another stream for crying out loud. All right, so let me tell you about Mr. Mighty Geek Studio, right? He's always challenging me. He challenges me. I just finished school, right? I just got my bachelor's in English. Now he wants to make me into like an artist, like where you draw things. So on this draw stream that we have been running for some time, I decided I was going to take him up on the offer and draw something. And so, yes, Mr. Terry, I have finished my piece. I have finished it. It's done.
Excellent. Well,
hey, Mighty Geek agrees with me. Mighty Geek agrees that Frank Cho is a goat. Frank Cho has been doing it since the 90s. No, he's been doing it since the 90s. He's been out for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Frank Cho. Google it. Google it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know him? You must know him.
Personally, yeah.
Probably. Oh, yeah, he knows him. Oh, Frank? Why'd you say Cho? This is Frank. My buddy Frank, I have tea with him. We sip lemon tea together.
God, stop.
I'm sorry, guys. I messed with my wife. You ask me questions and I will answer the most absurd answers.
Oh, man.
Dear God.
What a fun show.
Excellent.
So we're going to grab your trailer and we're going to include that in our pre-show. Shane, do you have any comics you want to promote on our show?
No. My book's coming out in October, so I'm not really promoting it until it gets a little closer to the date.
Nice.
Yeah.
Around like June or July, I'll start talking about it.
Very cool.
You know what I mean? But I do have a project. It's short stories. It's kind of like a what do you call it? Heavy metal magazine.
Okay.
Where everybody does like, so it's like 4 artists that each do 6 pages, and together it's a full book. Correct.
Yeah.
So you get 4 stories in one book. That's the idea. And the concept is they're all previews for what could come more. Mm-hmm. So like whichever one gets the most likes, I'm actually going to produce the full comic.
Oh, nice. That's a great idea.
You get a preview book, and you're like, I want to see that made as a real comic book. I'll be like, okay. That's how it's going to work.
That's
but not till October.
So Shane, make sure you reach out to Chris or I when you're ready, because we will we'll put you on the little reel that we do before we have our Wednesday night show.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Hey, I'll look you guys up. Yeah. I'll ask Michael for your information. I'll look you up on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're at. Just so we're friends, you know.
We also will we'll host you guys too. We do that as well.
Love it.
Oh yeah, love that as well.
So our website is at http://semicolon.
I'll put it in the banner. Hold on.
I have the link in the description. I have the link in the description. HeroShack.com, right?
But I like to mess with everybody, so my wife needs to
I'm just looking at our time because I've got to get our stream going by 10.
Oh, hey, do you want to wrap this up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to wrap up.
We can totally wrap up so you have time to repair and then start your thing in like what, 16 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anybody who's watching right now, Chris and Deanna are about to do a live drawing show. Can we link that somehow so people can go look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, you can get
Yeah,
permission.
Everybody's doing the hang on.
drop the YouTube link in the chat. We'll pop it up on the screen.
Yeah.
And before we go, so here's an example of Shane's artwork. He did a cover for me last summer. So that was for Earth's Best Friends Volume 1. That was the alternative, the variant cover. And this is a cover he's doing. Yeah, he didn't do the color. He just illustrates and inks. And this is one that will be coming for book 5. And so yeah, that's pretty. So yeah, he's got a pretty cool style.
Pretty incredible, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How long you been drawing?
Oh, forever, since I was a little itty bitty.
Amen. Amen. No, I haven't yet. I'm still trying to find it. What am I looking for again?
You're going to this right here.
No,
YouTube.
that's not it.
They want the lost.
The YouTube link.
I'm working on it, babe. I'm working.
He's working on it. He's clicking here and everything.
There's the editor and the flaky comment and the flaky artist doing
so
their
while you guys
thing.
are getting that, if you have a couple minutes, I'm gonna play the trailer for book 4, and then we'll drop the link and then we'll wrap up. And because I gotta get into work in a few minutes too. So yeah, I'll pop this while you guys look for that. Yeah.
What? Yes.
The trailer. It's on. So I have 2 YouTube channels. I just recently changed the name of the first one. It was Earth's Best Entertainment. Now it's Cornerstone Ministry, because I'm actually going to turn that into a more Christian-based kind of YouTube channel. But that's where the trailer is right now.
Yes.
You're a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you did not. I told you that. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He's getting spazzy on me, so let's roll with whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
do
pop
that
the trailer
video.
down
And then
right
we'll
now.
come back, and then we'll drop. We're gonna drop the preview to your.
Yeah, if that's too long for you, I can trim it down for you if you want to put it on a reel. So it might be it's like 2 minutes long. So.
So my wife
Currently
is
available.
Christian, but I honestly forgot. I'm like excited.
Oh my God.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes that turns people away. So.
No, I do a God chat on occasion too, which you're always welcome to join. But
Oh,
Last
excellent.
one we did about 2 weeks ago, where we just get on and chat about God.
Yeah, but now that I'm done, I've been saying this for months. Now that I keep telling everybody, now that I'm done school, I graduate next Sunday, literally walk down the aisle, get my diploma. And I'm going to be focusing on Hero Shack and doing a lot more than what has been happening. So it's true.
Excellent.
Shivers me timbers, right? But anyways, I'm going to get going because I got to get down to my office and set things up.
Oh, before we do that, can we put the link up for their YouTube that's coming on?
Yes, it's right there.
So is that it right there? Is that it right there?
That is the link.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's the one.
Yep, that is the link.
There we
guys.
go.
So
Perfect.
in, say hello, and Michael, thank you so much for inviting us. This has been a super lot of
Yeah,
fun.
guys, thanks for coming on.
And
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pop into your drawing thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Be one of the cool kids. Let's go check out YouTube. Let's do it.
Kids. All right. Well, I'm gonna go get set up, guys. I will see you all later.
All right.
And thank you again. God bless. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to you real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and I'll look you guys
chat,
up on
chat
Facebook.
tomorrow.
All right, cool.
All right,
They're gone.
excellent. And Shane, thanks for coming on again. Folks in the chat, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, sorry I was late. I didn't know
it's
what's
all
going
good,
on.
man. I actually didn't send you the link until then, so it's actually part of my fault.
It's all good.
So it's all good.
Cool, man.
All right, man. So I'll talk to you later, guys in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Wait, before you go, can you text me that YouTube link? Because I am going to actually watch their thing. I think everybody else should too.
Yeah, definitely. Let's pop on over to them when they after they're set up and everything.
Yeah, they'll be like, dude, look at Mike got us 3 viewers. They'll be so hyped.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. Hell yeah.
And yeah, guys, thanks for coming on the chat, Cross Comics and Mighty Geek Studios and Mo Biggs, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. And Chris and Diana, thanks for chatting in the chat as well.
Oh, wait, did you already play the outro? You did, didn't you?
And Timothy Olsen, thanks for popping in. No, I didn't play the outro yet.
Oh, play the outro.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the outro right now. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
Tomorrow, buddy.